This is station TKFM. Hi there, night people, and it's gonna be a hot one. Hello? Is somebody there? Can I help you? Hello? Answer me. I want to help you.
Joe? Joe? What time is it? Oh, it's almost 5 a.m., huh? This better be good, Joe. What? Where? I'm on my way.
Got number 3, just like the rest. Only this one was worse, Chief.
Found her.
A couple by the name of Briggs, old-timers.
They clean?
Briggs? Old-timer had trouble holding down a kitten, never mind abroad.
What do you make of it?
Well, it's my guess the girl was on her own. The passenger door was locked. Now, I don't see nobody jumping out of a car, taking the trouble to shut the door. They ain't committing murder and rape.
Rape?
Judging by the clothes and those lacerations, it was either rape or attempted rape.
And?
Skid marks. She pulled up pretty quick. Maybe somebody flagged her down. Maybe somebody she knew. Don't tell him.
She got a name?
Sharon Lyle. Name's on the papers there. And I've seen her around town. Up from Miami, I think.
How old?
26, according to her driver's license.
She got a boyfriend?
Not so as I've heard. Used to go out to Miami, Fort Lauderdale every weekend. You know, the Strip. Maybe she had a stud up there.
Where's Coleman?
He's going to throw up, I guess. Poor kid just can't get used to it.
Oh, no, come on. I haven't seen him a long time. Listen, this guy's long gone. I'm tucked up home in bed if he's local. You wrap this up, I'll see Doc Roberts later.
Need for you to look, Jake. She's not a pretty sight.
I've already seen her. Some kind of a fucking maniac, huh?
Don't ask me. This is a path lab, not a psychiatric ward. Well, he's consistent with nothing else. Must have hands like a vice. Probably just meant to strangle the girl. Broke her neck in the process. Same deep lacerations. Claws, kind of weapon. So, he's either a necrophiliac or a humanitarian who likes to put the girl out of her misery before he rapes her.
That's funny.
I'll give you the facts. One female Caucasian. Age, early 20s. Physical condition, dead. Cause death, fracture of the neck vertebrae. Sequel to death, prolonged sexual abuse. Now, you just go tell that to the good citizens of Thorpeville. Say, that's right, folks. This makes 3 in a row.
Fine tooth comb, right? Evidence. Her clothes. Right now, she doesn't need them.
Thanks. What is that thing?
Geiger counter. The hell that on? We used it to check samples from the plant.
What, the old nuclear plant?
Old or not, mothballed or not, we still do routine checks. Whatever. You're as hot as hell.
What?
Lethal. Walking bomb. No, wait a minute. It's not you. It's the girl's clothes. This doesn't make any sense at all. There's only one place around here where things get hot, and we both know where that is.
She radioactive?
Yeah.
She's hot, okay. Not nearly as hot as her clothes.
That means wherever she caught the dose, she was wearing those clothes at the time, yesterday like last night.
Where was she found?
Less than a mile from the plant. Didn't think it was significant at the time. Who would? That place is dead, surely. Closed down when?
5 years ago. Not a hint of a leak in all the time since then.
Could this be a new leak?
It's hard to believe. Even that asshole Dr. John Manners would have been bound to report it. Every alarm bell in the state would be ringing by now.
She died less than a stone's throw from that plant. What's the name of the guy who runs that place?
Manners.
He's my man.
You hold your horses, Mr. Detective. You're forgetting one small detail. You and I are just a touch radioactive. We're going to take a nice little shower and scrub together.
Jesus, Doctor, some shower.
Some Pleasant shake of grandeur, but not nearly as unpleasant or as fatal as radiation sickness.
The plan, Doc, is before my time. What's the story?
You go back 6 years. Portville was a boom town when they built the plant. People came from clear across the country, including yours truly. Brand new hospital, money no object. Millions, billions. Nice climate. They say it was the most advanced nuclear reactor ever. Well, heavily experimental, mind you. New techniques, cheapest nuclear energy in a brave new world. All Manners' brainchild, of course. Well, boom in the boondocks. Lasted just 1 year, then.
Howdy. I'm expected. I'll just check. Sir, I've got Chief Stern at the door.
I know that, Freddie.
Just keeping you in touch, sir.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Let him in.
Okay.
Chief Stern is here to see you, Doctor.
Thank you. Morning, Chief. Sorry to hear about your news.
What news is that, Doctor?
Come now, there's not much that goes on here that I don't get to know about. Let's just get to the point, shall we?
Get to the point, just like that. No sorry about the girl. You are a cold fish, Mr. Manners.
Dr. Manners, if you don't mind. Chief. But if it'll make you any happier, yes, the girl has my greatest sympathy. Not that it'll do her any good, of course. Now that we have dispensed with the formalities, what can I do for you? You are, after all, a policeman, and I am just the caretaker of a mothballed power plant.
Precisely. A nuclear power plant. So it may interest you to know that the victim was radioactive. Very highly radioactive. Now, could you tell me, is there someplace else around here where she could pick up such a high dose of radiation?
Here we go again. One sniff of radioactivity and everyone comes beating at my door.
It's not a sniff, Mr. Manners. If I had brought her clothes along, every Geiger counter in the building would be screaming by now.
That is exactly the point. You're looking at only one of 500 high-sensitivity units. One sniff of radioactivity, as you so aptly put it, would have it screaming. The degree of contamination you're talking about would activate every unit within 500 yards. Our system is foolproof. But even if it did fail, which it never has, we have two totally independent backups. Since we mothballed this plant 5 years ago, there has not been the slightest trace of a leakage, not once. Well, now that we've cleared up that little misunderstanding, Chief, I'm sure you have things to do.
Apparently I have, Mr. Manners. Good day.
Good day.
Yes, Dr. Manners.
Have someone take over from Freddie. I want to see him immediately.
Yes, sir.
Freddie, you're doing well. Happy in your work?
Oh, yes, sir. 100%, sir.
Good. It's a responsible job, as befitting one of our nation's heroes. What was it, Freddie?
Bronze Star, sir. And a Purple Heart, sir.
Oh. You're looking nervous, Freddie. Is anything worrying you?
No, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Good. Freddie, I'd like to ask a small favor of you. Sort of a game, really. How would you like to play detective?
Hey, Rudy. How you doing? Had a tough day? Yeah, you and me both. Sadie?
Hi, Jake.
Joint's really jumping tonight.
You listen here, Jake Stern. 5 years ago, you'd have to hike over people's asses to get near this bar,
Uh-huh.
let alone get personal attention.
Yeah? I hear some of the attention was real personal.
Yeah. Not that you'd have gotten any of it. This could be your lucky night.
I'll have a vodka, please. Make it a double. What about you, Jake? Another drink? Not after your body.
Patty Smart. Smart by name, smart ass by nature. Miss Love 'em and leave 'em. So how are things at the Examiner? You get a good story from any dumb cops lately?
Oh, come on now, Jake. If I wanted to do a number on you, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah? You only ruined my reputation. You could have broke my heart, right?
But I wouldn't do that, Chief. There's not enough real men left around here in Thorpeville. And I couldn't afford to lose another one.
So what? Not enough news in Jacksonville?
Not my kind of news. Are you planning on eating? I have this little expense account.
Fish.
Fish.
You got it.
And a bottle of your finest.
Domestic.
Uh-uh. The lady's paying.
So, you're trying how to treat a girl's expense account. So far, I'm into 3 bourbons, 2 bottles of wine, and not to mention the wonderful fish, and nothing. Not the tiniest little morsel to hang a story on. What more do you want, or shouldn't I ask?
I don't want anything. You're the one who wants a story.
No story, just something to work with. Come on, here we are with 3 unsolved murders right here in a small town, Thorpeville, and what do I get from your people? Chief Stern's continuing with his inquiries? Just what were those health reasons that made you leave the New York Police Department?
Just health reasons. Just health reasons. Health reasons. Health reasons. So what did he say to you? He asked you for a date? Did he? Don't hurt the girl, okay? Yeah, my wallet. I got it. Right here. Cash, credit cards. What do you want? That was an asshole.
No, please!
It was a girl. When they got the body to the morgue, they found out she was pregnant.
My God, you shot a pregnant woman?
I responded as I was trained and returned fire. She was just unlucky to pick on a cop. I was unlucky her dad was a New York senator.
Come on, Muttonhead. Must have something to give me.
You called me that last time.
Yeah. You testing me?
I already know you're a rattlesnake.
My game you have to be. I can't afford to spend the rest of my time in Jacksonville being a small-town reporter. Doing dog shows, annual picnics, Junior League. That's not why I went into journalism. And that's why I did that piece on you. Besides, people want to know why a big-town cop like you didn't solve these murders. Double quick time.
How could you do that? I thought you liked me. You know, you kiss me, then you assassinate me with a typewriter. I'm gonna give you the story, but it's off the record.
Off the record? That's of no use to me. All right, you win. But if it's off the record, you're picking up the tab.
What, on a cop's salary, you know how much I make?
But I wouldn't have you any other way.
Oh, I'm hard to get. I may need a little persuasion.
Got your keys?
Yeah. You got yours? I'm persuaded.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I should sleep on it.
Want a drink?
No, I don't want to get pulled over by the cops.
Oh. Well, then, why don't you come in, close the door, and stay over?
Okay.
Sarge, when he sees the examiner, he's gonna be in deep shit.
And just the same up front as Bobby do. Morning.
Oh, don't get too comfortable. Manus is called 3 times. He's after blood.
Manners? Yeah. What's his problem?
Who knows? It might have something to do with this.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, at least we know who the spokesman was.
Chief Stern's office. May Hagen, it's for you.
I'm not here, Mail. I'm not here. I'm not.
Jake? You there, Jake?
Thank you. Hi, Bob.
You seen the examiner?
Yeah, I've seen the examiner.
But who's the big mouth?
Well, it wasn't Joe Baines, and Coleman thinks that radioactive means listening to music on his Walkman, so that only leaves May Ellen.
Okay, so it was. Ow! I hope she was worth it.
It was supposed to be off the record.
Off the record? With that young lady? Huh. You must have been stoned out of your mind. Or between her legs.
I goofed.
Sure, you goofed. And I've had Manners chewing my ear off. He's as mad as hell. So do me a favor, will you? Get on with your job, but stay the hell away from Manners and his goddamn plant. You hear me?
Goodbye, Bob.
Hello? Oh, yeah, just a moment. Doc Roberts is on the line. Wants you in the path lab right away.
I'm going.
He's on his way.
Chief Stern to see you, Dr. Roberts.
Send them up. Let me guess. You're the mysterious spokesman. And the chick I saw you having dinner with last night is friend Patty, right?
On both counts. Where were you? Under the table or behind the potty plants?
Neither. I was just having a quiet drink in the bar.
Uh-huh.
I admire your taste. It's quite a dish.
Most two-faced bitches are.
Friend Patty's gonna love this. Before she was raped, Sharon was as clean as a whistle. Contamination was skin deep. No signs in any vital organs. Just one internal trace. Hot as Hades.
What did you find in the car?
Not a damn thing. The car was clean. The victim's clean, too, when she stepped out of the car. And then, hot, presumably, a few minutes later.
What, you just happened to bump into a radioactive cloud?
No, not unless somebody exploded a nuclear device just up the road. Though with Chernobyl, a huge cloud of radioactive particles floated halfway across Europe. God was on our side. Heavy wind dispersed the worst of it. But you, my friend, are looking for something a little more substantial.
Like? And make it simple.
Simple? Like a radioactive maniac who kills before he screws? That's simple enough? If he's
radioactive and massively contaminated, how come he ain't dead?
Well, I guess if he has a massive dose, it could take days, but we're talking about weeks.
What happens?
Bone marrow's destroyed, immune system shot, liver, kidneys, brain too, hair, skin, practically the whole body.
And how hard is our man?
Way over 600 grams. It's good for a fatal dose.
And if the plant hasn't been producing for 5 years, where else around here could he have picked up such a dose? Ain't no place for hundreds of miles. All points to Mr. Manners in the plant. I think I've taken enough shit from him. May Ellen, give me Joe. Joe, I want to check on all the employees at the plant. Discreet. Yeah, you must know most of them. Like anyone off sick, anyone reported missing, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay.
Manners will go away if he finds out what you're doing.
I know. You want to come along and watch the fun?
Perfectly, sir. I understand. You got it, sir. Leave it to me.
Doctor says you get a warrant or you stop wasting his time.
A warrant is what he wants. And a warrant is what he'll get, with fucking bells on it.
You tell Dr. Manners I'll be back inside the hour.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Chief Mayor Hagel wants to see you in his office now.
Shit.
You hard of hearing or something? Like you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, then why don't you listen to what I'm saying? What's all this bullshit about a warrant? You out of your mind? Did I or did I not tell you to lay off Manners at his goddamn plant?
Yeah, I heard what you said, but you see, Doc Roberts has come up with something new. And whether he likes it or not, Mr. Manners is going to have to answer some questions.
You just don't understand, do you? Who do you think's running this town? You? Me? Ha, forget it. Only one guy's been running this town for years, and that's Manners. And he has friends in high places. So when I say back off, you just listen. Okay?
Okay. You want to tell that to the girl lying on Doc Roberts' lap right now, or whoever's going to be next? You be my guest, Mr. Mayor.
You just haul your ass right out of this office. That is, if you fancy staying on as our chief of police. In case you've forgotten, it's the mayor of this town that pins that badge on your shirt. And if you push me, I'll find another shirt to pin it on. Time you took a vacation, Jake. Get the hell out of town for a few days. You hear me?
I hear you. Loud and clear.
Hey, Chuck, what do you say?
I didn't expect you right now. I thought you were busy in town.
Yeah, you and me both, but it's a long story, so I won't bore you. Is she ready to go?
She's all tanked up and raring to go.
Just like you'll be later, huh? That's me.
Happy fishing, fella.
Mr. Bobby. Mr. Bobby, Heidi. Go on, honey. Heidi. Heidi? Where are you? Heidi?
Dr. Manners, you there?
Yes, I'm listening.
It's the dog, Doctor. Out here in the trees. Right out on the western perimeter.
So?
Well, it looks like its throat's been ripped out. Did you get that, Doctor?
Yes, I heard you. Just get rid of it.
You want me to look around here a bit?
Just do as you're told. Get rid of it and get back to the plant.
Sure thing, Miss Burkholder. We'll check it out. Just you relax now, okay? Yes, ma'am, like I said, we'll check it out. Just you sit tight and we'll handle it right away, okay? Jesus, can a Burkholder woman talk?
Yeah? What's her problem?
Reckons the neighbor's overdue from walking the dog.
Who's the neighbor?
Jenny Drake, good looker, but a loner. Lives on the west side Ocean Park and keeps herself to herself. Except for a dog and 2 cats. Seems she walks the dog regular as clockwork and then feeds cats around 7:30, but not tonight. Right now she's still walking the dog and the cats are pissed off.
Ocean Park. Reckon she reads the newspaper?
Just get your ass over there and check it out. But do me a favor. Keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. Listen, you fancy some fishing, that is.
You got it, Sarge.
Thanks.
Hi, Doc.
Hi.
Hello.
Frank Roberts? Friend of Jake?
Ah, the infamous Doc Roberts. Just the man I want to meet.
Oh, not for one of your off-the-record sessions, I hope. Oh, what do you have?
I'm good, thanks. So, was Jake really mad?
Oh, not mad, just monumentally pissed off. Fortunately, you were out of town. You nailed your ass to the wall if you were around.
Cheers.
Yes.
So where is Loverboy?
Gone fishing.
Gone fishing? You gotta be kidding. 3 unsolved murders on his hands, and my man's gone fishing?
You had no choice after that article you wrote. When your paper hit the streets, all hell broke loose around here. That asshole Manners up at the plant went apeshit, started calling up favors from people way up the ladder, and Jake got his marching orders.
So I take it I'm not on the top of his list right now, huh? I just didn't realize that Manners had that much pull.
Never could understand why he stuck around. I thought he would have moved on to something better. Let's hit the road. My old lady hears that I've been boozing with a young chick half her age. She'll make life hell for days.
Well, then you better get on home, Doc Roberts, huh? Good night.
All right.
Good night.
on, dog.
So, John, what is the panic?
What's the panic? Haven't you seen this?
Sure, I've seen it. So's half the country. So what? A girl's been murdered. Tough. She's hot. Tough. There's nothing to tie the plant in. They're just flying a kite. What is it?
Doc Roberts' autopsy report on the girl.
How did you get hold of this? Didn't think you and Roberts were buddies.
Buddies. The man wouldn't give me the time of day. Makes interesting reading, though, doesn't it? Main source of contamination, semen and vaginal tract. If the press get hold of this, we'll have more than the Examiner to worry about.
Well, we can't let that happen. Where's the original?
In Doc Roberts' office.
And the body?
Still in the path lab.
Get hold of your contact at the hospital. Tell him to expect a visit from the coroner's office first thing in the morning. I'll handle the paperwork.
Okay.
Oh, and, by the way, what's your contact's name?
Freeman.
Good.
Harry, look, it was a good story, but it just
wasn't good enough for you.
Look, I need something better than this for a front page, or any other page for that matter. So, a cop goes fishing. What's so special? Nothing.
Nothing special. Nothing special. There are 3 unsolved murders. There is a missing person. There's a contaminated victim found on the doorstep of an oddball nuclear power plant, and the cop in charge of these cases has gone fishing. Oh, I'd say that's nothing special indeed. That sucks.
Look, you see the notice on that door? It says editor. That's me. And I say nothing special.
And I say bullshit. I say they got to you too, didn't they? Whatever happened to freedom of the press?
Don't you talk to me like that, young lady. Jobs on newspapers are hard to come by. The way you're going, you'll soon find yourself job hunting.
What are you gonna do, send me on vacation too?
What's the problem, Frank?
What's the problem, he says. The problem's one missing body and one missing file. Since when did you start running a pathology department around here?
Cool it, Frank, cool it. Take the weight of your feet before you explode.
What's going on, Mike? Since when do we start releasing bodies without my say-so?
Since this morning, since a man turned out from the coroner's office. If you'd been here, you'd have dealt with it, but you weren't, so I did. Okay, I know it was irregular. The paperwork was there, so that was it. I even called the coroner's office to check. They gave me okay. Too late. I had an appointment with the crematorium. Should be gone by now.
You still mad at me?
Come in. Want a drink?
Yes. Please.
Must be a pretty big star back at the office, huh?
No. He spiked my story.
No.
Yes.
That's Manners. I swear to God, whoever's batting for that bastard has got more pull than I thought.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
What am I gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I'm on vacation. I got my fishing line, I got my boat, and now I got my girlfriend back, and I'm gonna keep her here. Every time I let you out of my sight, I get into trouble. Okay?
Okay. As long as you feed me.
I'll feed you. I happen to know a very charming yet discreet restaurant close by. Only trouble is, kitchen doesn't open for another hour.
No? Hey, you know where you're going?
Does anybody? What are you having?
Vodka straight up.
Thank you, Bert.
Hi.
I have a young lady with me. She'd like a vodka.
On the rocks?
No ice. Straight up. Chuck? Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Enjoyed the meal?
Yeah, it was great.
You like fish soup?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So, what was that all about?
One irate pathologist just lost a body.
Do I get 3 guesses?
Uh-uh.
Do I get it in 1? Jesus Christ. I knew Manus had a lot of pull, but I didn't think he had this much. Do you think he'll get away with it?
I think he has. Dr. Roberts has been on the phone all day bitching, got the same answer from everyone he spoke to. Order came from the coroner's office. Dispose of the body, it's a health risk.
Health risk. So, anything we can do about it?
Nope. It's one battle Dr. Roberts is gonna have to fight alone. Chances are he's gonna be joining us down here in a couple of days.
Beach.
Mm-hmm. You want to get back to the boat? Get bedded down? Or do you want to spend the night with Bert?
I'll take the boat if you don't mind.
Let's go. What is it?
There's no way we can keep a lid on this one.
What do you suggest?
Best bring back Stern. This time he got lucky.
How's bringing that imbecile back going to improve things?
Well, think about it. There'll be far easier to control than the state police. Besides, they'll have too many men involved. Men who could go yapping to the press and the TV. We'll have a damn media army down our throats before we know it. And that's not what we want. Not until Stern gets his big break. Do you follow?
So Stern gets his man. I have just the person in mind.
Yeah?
Hey, you decent down here?
No.
You better get your ass out of here. Sounds like you're back in business. Yeah, okay.
There are two of them this time. Welcome back, boss. This here is Johnny Morris, local boy. Works in his dad's lumber business. Neck snap like a twig. Over here, we got Sandy Lenny. This was Johnny's regular. Left school a year ago. You and both. Want to take a look? Mm-hmm. You sure you want to see this, miss? Like I say, neck broke. Damn shame.
What do you make of it, Joe?
Well, that's Johnny's car. It's a safe bet they hung around after the movie was over. You know, the way kids do. No one else around. They could have hollered all they liked. Nobody would have heard them.
Excuse me, you can't go.
Sit down, please.
How can I help you, Chief?
A little cooperation would be appreciated.
Do what I can.
Let me ask you a question, Doctor. You're a scientist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a scientist, it would be true to say you don't believe in coincidence.
As a broad generalization, that's true, but they do occur from time to time.
So, 5 murders in 7 days, all involving a radioactive assailant, all within spitting distance of this plant, and this plant being the only possible source of contamination for miles. Too many coincidences, don't you think?
I'll grant you that. The coincidence is hard to accept. But we still have never had the slightest trace of a leak. The contamination did not come from this plant.
How can you be sure your system's foolproof? All systems have a weak link.
All systems have a weak link. Manpower. Ours is no exception. Somewhere along the line, you have to rely on people to check the system out.
And who checks your system out?
Mainly the guards.
And you'd vouch for them all 100%?
Not 100%, no.
So who's your weak link?
Young Freddie Garcia's had a few problems.
What sort of problems?
Nothing serious. When he was younger. Peeping Tom kind of thing.
One of the guards a peeping Tom, and you didn't think it important enough to tell me. Where till I find him.
Joe, Freddie Garcia, one of the guards here.
Sure, Vietnam hero. Invalided out of the service. Kind of a little weird since. Bike rider.
You got a record?
Nothing so heavy. Like I said, a little weird.
Peeping Tom, kind of weird.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Know where he lives?
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Nobody home.
Well, Freddie's got to come home sometime.
Okay, we gotta wait for him, Joe. You sit in the alley up the top, I'll wait around the curve. Coleman, don't fall asleep.
Freddie, they want to talk to you. You know what about, don't you? I think this is a good time for you to take a vacation till things cool down.
Whatever you say, Dr. Manners.
I want to talk to you. Ready!
It's 2 a.m. and we'll have 2 editions out before the Herald even has out their first line.
So they go. Drink up, Chief. Oh, boy, some celebration. Something eating you, Doc.
Yeah, Sadie, something's eating me.
You check him out?
Freddie, you mean? Yeah, I checked him out. What little I could find of him. He was positive. Radioactive. He was, or something was.
Think you better tell us, Doc.
Freddie Garcia wasn't your man, Jake. You don't seem surprised.
How do you know?
Well, ladies, Freddie Garcia, if you'll forgive the indelicacy, lacked two items vital to any self-respecting rapist. His balls.
Oh, Jesus.
He swapped them for a Purple Heart some years back in Vietnam. I did the medical on Freddie when he came to the plant. I couldn't help but notice a little detail like that.
Great. My first big story, and,
It's the balls up.
yeah.
Would Manners have known about it? About Freddie being hit in the war?
I think so.
My God, you mean that creep is still on the loose?
You got it, Sadie.
Oh, Jesus.
Back to square one for you, Chief.
Maybe.
Jake Stern, you're planning something.
I'm going on vacation
No, you're
and...
not, because there's a murder on the loose and you're not about to walk off the job.
Freddie was stuffed, trussed, and ready for the oven.
Yeah, and I take it Manners did the cooking and he set Freddie up.
Freddie ran like a scalded cat. He'd been primed by Manners.
No, Ned, I already know that. Think you'll be able to get to Manners?
Yeah, but I need help from my little partner.
So you do need me.
Who else is going to remind me? I'm a muttonhead. Would you get in the Jeep? I want to talk to you.
Beautiful day. How are they biting?
Fuck you.
Sir. A lot of people pay good money for a vacation like this. That's right. I admire your accommodation. Makes a change from the Holiday Inn. Our boy behaving himself?
Sure. Like an angel. Takes the boat out every morning. Comes back around 4 or 5. Scrubs down the deck. Goes over to Bert's place every night.
Last thing I expected him to do. Okay. So we gave him Freddie. And he just takes off to finish his fishing trip. A trip that he didn't want to take in the first place.
How's it going in town? What's the girl up to?
Chasing around. Talking to a lot of people about nothing in particular. And I suppose that's par for the course for a journalist. However, I'm not too happy about some of the people she's talking to. Quite a few families on the list.
You reckon she's up to something?
Could be. And could be our little boy out there's laying a little smoke screen while she's at it. Beautiful day.
Fish running today?
Not in my direction.
Just how long are you planning to stay?
Someone give me a call, I guess.
Yeah, he's here. Angus.
Hello?
Time to come home, lover boy. We've hit pay dirt.
I'm on my way. Bye.
I guess he got his call.
You don't know the half of it.
Hey, I missed you.
How much?
Lots.
Me too.
Come on in. Hungry?
Yeah.
Room service?
So, what you been doing?
Spinning my wheels till today. Talking to anyone or everyone, trying to get some info on the plant. There's not many people around, though, you know. Most of the people split when the plant closed down, except for the older ones, of course. They hung around to get their pension. But one thing's for sure. The official line, you know? That, the plant was mothballed for a few minor incidents, which was a lot of bullshit.
Says who?
Says Mr. Henry Warner, shift supervisor. Supposed to be on the day of the big explosion, but he wasn't. Otherwise, he would have been a corpse.
What happened?
Major explosion in the control room. Of course, all they saw was sealed caskets at the crematorium. But whatever happened, it was no minor incident.
What does Warner say?
Man has had a disaster on his hands. Kept a lid on it ever since.
So how come, Warner hasn't come clean before?
Because Manners made him an offer he couldn't refuse. So Warner has towed the line and kept his mouth shut.
So why is he talking now?
Freddie. He knows Freddie wasn't the rapist. He knows Freddie couldn't have been the rapist, because he knows all about his little problem. You see, Mr. Warner was Freddie's uncle.
You reckon he'll see us this time of night?
I'd say he's expecting us right about now.
Okay, hold tight. We got company.
Sarge, the patrol car's gone.
Yeah. The patrol car's gone.
I lost him.
You asshole.
Dirty shyster did a switch on me.
Which direction do you reckon they were heading?
Must be on the south side.
Right, I'll get on the Manos. You take a cruise in that direction. And for the sake of your future, I hope you get lucky. I'll be in touch.
Mr. Warner?
Who put you on to Freddie?
Mr. Manners.
That figures.
Why's that, Mr. Warner?
Wanted to get you off his back, I guess. His precious plant is involved.
So he's got the answers?
No. Freddie wasn't your rapist. So somebody else is. And that somebody has to be holed up at the plant.
What about the very high level of contamination? Where's that coming from? Mr. Warner, can you live with those 2 kids' murders on your conscience? As well as Freddie's?
Can't tell you anything. Besides, I already told Miss Smart here.
Mr. Warner, this is official.
The official line about the incidents was a load of crap. Disinformation in public interest. Sure, we had several minor incidents. But we ended up with a mammoth explosion that left the reactor running wild. We managed to contain it, seal it up. But that's it. That reactor is pumping away ever since. And there's not a damn thing that Manners or anybody else can do about it. Except keep people away.
That means the place is still hot.
And someone's holed up in there, and sooner or later we're gonna have another body on Doc Roberts' slab. Mr. Warner, I have to get in there.
You'd never get past Manners.
Manners doesn't need to know. Come on, Warner, you know that place like the back of your hand.
Okay, I can help you get in, but you'd come out hotter than hell. What good would that do?
What about protective suits? There must be some at the plant.
Maintenance block. There'd be suits in there.
Is it locked? Have trouble getting in?
Not the maintenance block. But after, you'd have a better chance of getting into Fort Knox. Unless you took that with you.
We're in business.
Almost. You need this, too. The card only activates a sensor. Without the palm print of the holder, the door stays locked.
We're back to square one.
Not if I tag along.
Come on, this is good.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Can we take your car? You know, the patrol car's a bit of a giveaway. I need the phone, too. I gotta talk to Joe Baines. We need a diversion here.
You get plates? Right, I'll check on whose it is. You get your ass back to Miami and get your car.
Manners?
If I'm right, as far as you're concerned, I'm usually right. You're in for some trouble.
At this time of night?
So what?
Where?
Where do you think? They're in a car belonging to a guy called Warner.
Well, if he's talked, we're in trouble.
You're saying they're heading for the plant, right?
Logical answer.
Then you are in trouble, my friend.
Can't your men stop them?
No. This time you handle it. If they get inside that wire, just make sure they don't get out. And that's a direct order.
Christ, I thought we were under attack.
Could well be. Now, there's been another one.
Another what?
Another goddamn killing, that's what.
But how can that be? You got Freddie. He's the one who killed all those other people.
All right, don't look that way now. Now, how many guards you got on duty?
2. Eddie and John, they're out in the wire now.
Get them back here now.
Joe, I can't do that. I got to clear it first with Doc Manners.
Time for this now. Move your ass!
That's the maintenance block.
Henry, for God's sake, what are you doing? Get out of there before it's too late.
It is too late, John.
Welcome back, Henry. Best move you ever made, wasn't it? Going sick on the big day. You can take that gear off. There's very little contamination in here now. Unfortunately, that was not the case for some time after the plant went wild.
Shit, George. I had no idea.
I believe you, Henry. You can see the result. You must forgive me. We're not used to having visitors.
So can I get an explanation? Who is this guy?
Oh, Saul Manners has been, shall I say, less than frank with you. Not that I'm surprised. Let me introduce myself. George Blake, duty supervisor when the roof fell in. Thanks to Henry going sick. Thought you'd be watching. You've really screwed up this time, haven't you? But what's new?
I screwed up like hell. If you'd kept your people in line, none of this would have happened. And you, Chief, if you'd minded your own business. Why didn't you people listen to me? Did you think I was playing games?
Yeah, so I'm supposed to turn my back while these freaks kill people?
Hey, what's your tongue? All right, have you to call us freaks?
George, he's a cop doing his job. He's got to find the maniac who's been doing these killings.
You can blame that on Manners. Part of the cost of his damned arrogance and incompetence. We told him things were going wrong. The answer? Just keep the plant running, keep the cash coming in. And who paid the price? We have! Not Mr. God Almighty Manners.
So it was one of your guys.
Your murderers over here. Your murderers through here. That's your man. Jimmy Benson. What's left of him, poor devil. You can take him if you wish, but he'll be dead in 24 hours. That's a fact.
Wait, I don't understand. Why is this
Why
guy...
is he dying, and why haven't we disintegrated as well? Just one more question that our beloved doctor will have to answer when he meets his maker. Dr. Manners, elixir of life. Down here, taking this stuff, we're safe. But exposed to fresh air, its control of radiation effects diminishes. All too rapidly. Witness Benson. Our thoughtful doctor had put a whole stock of this stuff down here. What is that, sir?
That Manners had some idea there'd be a problem.
Exactly. After the disaster, we had a basic problem. In there was death. Total contamination. The nuclear reactor running wild. And all this was useless. Manners' new concept that would revolutionize energy generation for years to come. Couldn't even run a clockwork mouse. You did your best, didn't you, John? But it just wasn't good enough. So, you see our dilemma? We could stay in here, safe from contamination, and wait for the plant to blow sky high. Or we could be heroes and walk through that door.
Not much of a choice.
So we opened the doors and saved our wives and families from extermination and signed our own death warrants in the process. Or rather, he signed them for us.
What do you mean?
Oh, he did the only thing he could, I suppose. Sealed the plant up tight to keep the contamination inside. And us with it. You were a fool, John. You should have disposed of us while you had the chance.
Yeah, I suppose I should have. That was the general opinion. But I just couldn't press the button while there was still some chance of getting you out alive. At least give me credit for that.
Credit? Credit for letting this happen to us? No, John. You used to push the tip. But you can't now, can you?
What do you mean he can't?
What sort of fools do you take us for? Once things settled down after the Big Bang, didn't take us long to figure that if Manners closed down the reactor, our life support system would go too. But we had food and water for a decade. So we took out a little insurance, made a few adjustments, and isolated the main control.
So Manners can't press the button.
But one touch of my finger, and the plant goes up.
And half of Florida with it.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Blake. We're gonna head back into town now.
No one is going anywhere. Even if I did let you go.
Mr. Manners can't afford to, right?
Right. But at least you've solved one problem for us. One that Jimmy Benson couldn't live with.
That justifies 5 killings?
Which would you prefer? 5 or 5 million? George, what are you...
You touch the girl, I'm gonna shoot you, okay?
Jake!
That's how it works. Now stand aside.
Move! For God's sake, stop him!
I can see nothing, just the haunted glowing in your eyes. Far away, a voice is crying. All around the earth is dying. Day will break into twilight. How can you, my friend, decide when the world should end? Life is easy. We take our time, never asking how. But now I sense nothing, and I hear nothing, just the fragile shell of being alive.